whistle for the moment. Lukaku, and here's a winner! Oh, can you believe it? Nasser Chadli.
Golden generation of Belgium get what appears to be its last chance to put on a World Cup show as Roberto Martinez leads the Red Devils into the 22 tournament in Qatar. This golden generation of Belgium football might come to an end after this World Cup. This isn't a crazy thing to say. We all have seen the decline of their once top class stars, with them turning into a few seasons later into regular type players, or them just becoming bench warmers on world class teams. The national team does not have the same depth and quality as they once had a few years ago. With the World Cup coming very soon, many people don't have Belgium as their favorite to win it all. Teams like France, Argentina, and even England seem to have a better chance of them doing better due to the number of stars remaining in the team. Even though against them, they are now ranked second in the world, Belgium is still often undervalued amongst many of the other established World Cup powers. We've seen the success of teams with a lot of depth in their players, allowing them to win games. If a player gets injured, which is most likely to happen, they'd have the player substitute him. This substitution is usually a good one, and the team would still thrive with it. Injuries usually happen after the round of 16, where the games literally matter the most. Going back to Belgium, the only star left in the national team that I can think of at the top of my head is Kevin De Bruyne, which, to be fair, is having one of, if not the best season of his career with Manchester City. The only other player left I can think of is Romelu Lukaku. I don't think he is as good as he once used to be. He isn't a world-class striker anymore. The only thing that is going well for him is that he is consistent with Inter, scoring enough goals for them. He was able to help them win the title a few seasons ago in the Serie A. I couldn't even name other stars in the national team, which really means that they don't have the depth they once had 4 years ago in Russia. Have they fallen off? What constitutes success for a team? What constitutes failure? Will they surprise everyone at this World Cup? I will talk about what I really think of the squad and give my opinion on the matter. Let's get right into it. In the 2018 World Cup, we saw all sorts of great teams like France, Brazil, Argentina, and most importantly, Belgium. That was the year we saw the best golden era squad they have ever assembled on paper. This team had the likes of Eden Hazard. If you haven't watched the video that I made about him, which is a pretty quick analysis of Eden Hazard's overall career, you should check it out on my channel. Link is in the description. Coming back to the topic, they had assembled the likes of Eden Hazard, Yannick Carrasco, and Romelu Lukaku in the attack. They had plenty of options in the bench if they needed to make a complete shift. In the defense, they had the likes of Vincent Big Daddy Company, Jan Vertonghen, most notably. In the midfield, they had the versatility and height of Fellaini and Moussa Dembele, which is something that they're lacking right now. But most importantly, they had the genius attacking mind of Kevin De Bruyne as a central attacking midfielder, making those direct passes to the attackers. They had so much talent that year. They could have won it all, in my opinion. Their whole squad consistently had more attacking options than defenders and midfielders. In the group stage, they cruised easily by winning 3 out of 3 games. They faced the likes of Panama, Tunisia, and England at those stages. Those teams, except England, were not a huge challenge for them, averaging the number of goals scored equal to 4 a game. When they played against England, they were only able to score 1 goal. When they left the group stages, they faced Japan, which no one expected to be a good opponent for them. They surprised the world when they were almost able to pull it off, but Belgium came back in a matter of minutes. Japan was truly an underrated team in 2018. After they beat Japan, they beat Brazil in the quarterfinals with a score of 2-1. Brazil that year didn't have the type of squad they have today. They had players like Miranda at center back and Fagner in the right back position. They truly didn't have the depth compared to other years, and Belgium took advantage of that. In the semifinals, they faced the mighty French team. That was the hardest test so far in the competition. France had the likes of Antoine Griezmann, Ousmane Dembélé, Paul Pogba, and N'Golo Kanté. But most importantly, they had Kimpembe. Nah, just kidding. But they did have the main man Kylian Mbappe commanding the attack. Even France's bench was so good. During this match, Belgium had no answer for France's attacking options. This was the peak of Belgian football. I wish it could have achieved more in that competition. After not being able to reach the final, they were still in contention for the 3rd place spot, which they defeated England again for it. In that match, Belgium was the better team from start to finish, beating England 2-0 to earn its best finish at the World Cup. This was the peak of their football. It took them so long for them to assemble a team like that. I don't know if they will ever reach that point ever again. For this year's squad, at the time of this recording, we don't have the definitive team that is going to the World Cup, but I have made my assumptions on who might get selected. We all know that Thibaut Courtois is starting for them in the goalkeeping spot. This could go both ways in defense, with Jason Denayer, Jan Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld, and Dedrick Boyata. I said these are the best options for them in the defense. They can go for Yuri Tielemans, Kevin De Bruyne, Axel Witsel, and many more options in the midfield. In the attack is where they have most of their options. These include players like Trossard, which is having a great season in Brighton, Brighton, Thorgan Hazard at Borussia Dortmund, Eden Hazard, Lukaku, and maybe even someone like Jeremy Doku. This team has an outrageous amount of creative talent. The presence of De Bruyne alone is a nightmare for teams. Throw in Hazard, Lukaku, De Ketelaere, and Yuri Tielemans, and this team will produce goals. Also, goalkeeping is a position of strength for Belgium. Courtois is by all accounts the best goalkeeper in the world at the moment, while backup Simon Mignolet is also a good form with Club Brugge in the Champions League. Age at the back is a major problem for this Belgium side. Toby Alderweireld and Jan Vertonghen are experienced and solid as they come, but they're 33 and 35 years old respectively, and have both returned to Belgium to finish their club careers. There's very little young talent coming through to replace them, meaning the two veterans will likely start for Belgium at the back when healthy. I think that this squad would do just fine in the group stages, but I don't think they will get past the round of 16 in my opinion. What do you guys think? Is this the last time we will see a squad like Belgium be dominant in the World Cup? Leave your comments down below. Have a great one. Peace.